be so quick to judge other people and so quick to spill out truth and just, but what if somebody's not ready for that?
That's true. Because we're all on different journeys.
Right. So like the discernment that we have to use, and some people just are quick to just be like, oh, well, that's not, the Bible doesn't say you're allowed to do that, or you can't do it like that, or you should respond this way, and you should respond that way, you know? But what if somebody's not ready to hear?
Well, I think, that's a good point. But I think as Christians, we are called to speak the truth even when nobody else wants to hear it. But I think people can get confused with what truth is. Right. Because everybody has their own truth.
True.
You know, like, so is it biblical Christianity? I can't say that word. Or is it your own perspective of what it's supposed to mean?
Correct.
Because that has happened to me too, where I've seen people posting nasty things as Christians against a certain group of people. And it's just like, aren't you called to love people even if you don't agree with them? Yeah. It doesn't mean you enable them or their behavior. It means you speak the truth and you give them the guidance they need towards getting better.
You know, it's interesting because there's so many worldly or secular people that know how a Christian is supposed to act or whatever. But so often you're like, what Bible are you reading? You know? Like, and who is your God and what characteristics does he have? Because my God and his characteristics, he would never respond to anybody like that. He's going to respond out of compassion and love and empathy. Yeah. And just because he's been in our situation, he knows what we're going through and stuff, you know? So it's just interesting because, you know, like if a Christian responds in a certain way, like, and then you have somebody from the world saying, oh, well, why are you responding? Like, we should always be responding in a loving way. Like, let love lead, right?
Right. And I think a lot of people are just, I don't know, from that perspective, I think a lot of people are just afraid to love others and support them through their feelings or their thoughts or whatever. Like saying, oh, you're not allowed here because you believe this. Well, that's exactly where they should be. At a church. They should be in a community learning what the truth is.
Yeah, like I mean, I always say, like, church is supposed to be a hospital, right? Like, it's not a building of perfect people. Yeah. It's supposed to be...
It's not a worship concert every week.
Yeah. People should be able to come in as their authentic, genuine self and should not be judged by a question that they ask or whatever. But that happens all too often is that people just are like, oh, well... you should respond this way or in this certain way over the situation, you know, and it's like, okay, well, they're not ready to hear that. I'm not ready to hear what you have to say.
And honestly, I think as long as you're speaking truth, that it remains in the hands of the individual listening. Right. You know, like if they don't feel welcome, believe me, they will leave. But if you welcome them and you say, hey, I don't support this lifestyle, but if you want to learn, you're welcome to learn from us. Yes. You know, like that speaks a lot. And that is a welcoming environment where it might actually change that person's mind.
So I think a lot of it is, you know, like the investment that a Christian puts into another person or whatever. Like, but I think a lot of people forget about the time that somebody put into them, you know, like, and they don't want to give it to the next person.
That's true. That's true. I think a lot about that too. It's like, where would I be? I've had both, you know, and obviously I'm better for it having people in my life who build me up. But like now that's me for someone else. Right. And I know how thankful those people are. And I'm still like, what God? You can use me that way? You know, like, but that's the point. Yeah. Is that's what a Christian life is supposed to be.
Leading with love and compassion. So what does leading with love mean to you? We want to know. Join our conversation.